Watch the Mysteries of Existence channel for divine enlightenment. To know more about yourself, the physical and subtle aspects of the universe, and the source of all that is.
This is a message brought to you by the Harbinger of the Last Covenant, His Grace, Iyke Nathan Uzorma, author, Archbishop, University Chancellor, scholar in extraterrestrial research, professor of Christian education at St. Thomas-A-Backet University, England, recipient of Nelson Mandela Excellent Leadership Award in Africa. Former living Grand Master in the Order of Terrestrial and Astral Hierarchy, amongst others.
Dear listeners, this is the interlude session 37 in this Mysteries of Existence channel, titled, Life After Death Experiences, Part 24. It is a great exposition of the Harbinger of the Last Covenant, His Grace, Iyke Nathan Uzorma, for every human on earth, which is read here as follows. Now, I have said, in the course of these interlude sessions, that the life of the earthman in the world of man constitutes a perpetual balancing of spiritual accounts. You have a spiritual account, whether or not you know it. Your spiritual account is a part of you now. It was a part of you before you were born, and it will remain a part of you after your physical death. This spiritual account includes both credits and debits. From your spiritual account, what is happening to you now and what will happen to you in the hereafter are drawn out. Your good words, thoughts, and actions are credited to you. Your evil words, thoughts, and actions are debited to you. Earthman, remember one of the kings of the ancient Babylon, named Belshazzar. In his time, the heavenly angelic watchers above weighed him on the scale of balances. This is the scale of existence, embedded with both credits and debits in the journey of life. Specifically, during the great feast that he made for 1,000 of his government officials, wherein they drank wine and praised the gods of gold, and of silver, of brass, of iron, of wood, and of stone, something very strange occurred. It was on that occasion that a handwriting appeared on the wall. To this end, it is on record that, in the same hour came forth fingers of a man's hand, and wrote over against the candlestick upon the plaister of the wall of the king's palace, and the king saw the part of the hand that wrote. Now, the earthman is weighed from time to time by the heavenly watchers. Your knowing about this or otherwise doesn't count. This occurs whether or not it is known. This occurs whether it is revealed to you or not revealed to you. The watchers are great angelic beings, advanced extraterrestrial intelligences, in the realms beyond. Some of them play the role of the monitors for the guidance of the departed children of men, in the life after death encounters. Equally, some of them are involved in weighing the sons and daughters of men in the scale of existence. Like the children of men, the watchers are in the universal family of the humanoids. And, so, the fingers of a man's hand wrote, even as King Belshazzar saw the part of the hand that wrote. The watchers are great divine beings. They work strictly under the eternal rules and regulations of the Almighty God of creation. While in search of the interpretation of what was written by the hand, as his heart was troubled, King Belshazzar gathered the wise men of Babylon to his palace. But all the wise men of Babylon failed, except the wisest of them all, who was known as Belteshazzar in Babylon. This was the great prophet Daniel from Jerusalem, who lived in Babylon in those days under the circumstances of captivity and exile. This information is contained in the Holy Scriptures, specifically in the Bible book of Daniel chapter 5. When Daniel finally came in, he declared that the angelic hand wrote thus, Mene, Tekel, Upharsin. This was a highly coded expression of the divine watchers above, which the wise men of Babylon failed to decode, in which they were even extremely bamboozled. However, at last Daniel decoded the aforementioned coded writings to King Belshazzar, as follows. 1. God hath numbered thy kingdom, and finished it. 2. Thou art weighed in the balances, and art found wanting. And 3. Thy kingdom is divided, and given to the Medes and Persians. Now, with regards to this exposition, my central point here is that King Belshazzar was weighed in the scale of existence and found wanting. This is what happens to us from time to time. You may be weighed now and found to be on a higher scale of existence, especially on the path of light. Furthermore, you may be weighed now and found to be carried away by the prison yard of materialism, amongst other factors of the weighing outcomes. These factors are embedded with your spiritual account. Therefore, for as long as you live in the world of man, you have both credits and debits based on the results of this weighing, from time to time. No one escapes this. Your unfinished debits and credits, during the course of your earth life, accompany you into the realms beyond, following the experience that we know as death. After death, you will be accompanied only by these factors, not by your mundane possessions and opulence. Always bear this in mind. The monitors are masters in this art of weighing the departed ones. They know precisely what to do with each departed one at every given point. There are no mistakes. There is no favor or chastisement encountered in the hereafter, which is not duly merited. Overall, we reap what we sow, here and hereafter. Now, someone named Stanley asked me a question on certain aspects of the life after death experiences. I haven't seen Stanley physically, but he has been a profound follower of my materials for a long time. Also, since he was admitted into the Harbinger of the Last Covenant WhatsApp group, he has been very active in participation and comments. I hope that we will meet physically someday. The question from Stanley came via SMS, which goes thus: Sir, according to your teachings about the hereafter, the terrorists or suicide bombers who believe that when they kill others and die in the process, they will be taken to paradise and given 10 virgins to marry, do they also experience such things after death? Now, a kind of belief system is involved here. As some of you may be aware, I try as much as I can to refrain from discussing the belief systems of the children of men in their organized religions and congregations on earth. Therefore, I will comment on this question only to the extent that the life after death experiences are concerned. To begin with, committing suicide is a lazy man's attempt to escape from a particular reality of being. But in the divine terms, this escape is not and will not be possible. Thus, suicide in whatever form or guise is a function of the intellect. I mean the intellect invaded and brought under the dominion of the vicious astral entities. However, I don't judge any religious organization. I don't condemn anyone. Those who feel that they have the divine right to judge and condemn others are entitled to act in accordance with their volition. But for a little man like me, who made me a judge? Nevertheless, each and every one of us must reap what we sow. One thing is certain in the journey of life: if you commit suicide as a means of escaping from a particular challenge of the earth life, you have failed woefully in the school of the earth life. You will be brought face to face with that challenge in a different layer of reality. You must face it and conquer it before you make further progress in the scale of existence. Furthermore, if you commit suicide as a suicide bomber, because of your hate for others, and cause others to die in the process, you will be consumed by hate in a different layer of reality. You will be so consumed by your hate in diverse predicaments and learn at last that hate is your main problem. The process of coming to this recognition is not pleasant at all. The pain that you caused others will be multiplied upon you, till you learn through some bitter experiences that can't be described in words. If anyone thinks that he will enjoy sensual gratification in the hereafter, after causing pain to others or after practicing wickedness in his earth life, that is mere delusion. The consciousness of such a person, in conjunction with the monitors of the path of death, will reverse his undue expectations and belief system upon his own head. A deluded belief system is transposed in the encounters of consciousness to the bewilderment of the believer in his afterlife experiences, for as long as he caused pain and death to other humans. You can't cause pain and death to others and get away with it in the journey of life. Always remember that the journey of life includes the journey of life after death. The suicide bomber who caused the death of others will certainly wander for long in the wilderness of death. Whoever strongly believed that he will marry or inherit 10 virgins in the hereafter, as a reward for killing innocent people, is on the most intricate path of the afterlife entanglements. As a rule, however, this will be accomplished. His consciousness will play this out at a point after a prolonged period in his afterlife existence. Even then, because he caused pain and death to other humans, while expecting to enjoy himself in the company of virgins, the pain and death upon others will reverse his expected enjoyment. The virgins will consequently come forth within the configuration and magnification of unbearable pain to him. In this, he will learn the necessary lessons before further progression in the scale of existence. After a prolonged period of wandering in the wilderness of death, in a battle against diverse fearful elements, he may encounter the virgins in the first stage of the hereafter. His expectations for enjoying the virgins, in terms of his earthly systems of thought, will be immediately transposed into a pathway to the hellish regions. There, he will learn. Now, from our next interlude session, I will commence expositions on the diverse stages involved in the life after death experiences, environments, and encounters. But you must understand that, in all of these stages, including even your present earth life, your consciousness is the determining factor of your experiences. That will be all for now. A word is enough for the wise. Peace and blessings.